Hello and welcome to the show. I'm back on Need for Speed Payback today, going to be building another car. We have got another derelict. This is the Chevrolet Bel Air. I decided to go around and find the bits off camera. This is the completed vehicle. I've gone for off-road spec. I'll be honest, perhaps not the most adventurous of specs for the car, considering that's kind of one of the opening cars in the very first mission and sort of one of the cover cars almost, if you like. However, I've got three race spec vehicles, I've got a couple of drift spec vehicles, got the drag Ford hot rod, and haven't actually built an off-road car yet. So, hence why I decided to do that. Also, my off-road vehicle, currently Land Rover. I quite like the Land Rover, but I feel like we can probably get a faster vehicle out of this one, and potentially quite an interesting looking one. Unfortunately, we can't get a roof light bar because we need the car to be level 300. Which is a shame, because I would have liked to have had many lights on the Bel Air, but there we go. We can't have a convertible version either, unfortunately. We either have an option of a normal roof or a sun visor. So you know what? Let's go for a sun visor on our car windows. Oh, that's just tinting. Right, hoods. What can we get on this? We can keep with the many vents. That should be our theme for our garage, as many vents on our cars as possible, I think. Yeah, I'm kind of tempted. I'm not sure about this strange, like, Vulcan bomber almost on the hood, but the many vents is possibly, I think, the way to go. Grill, what can we get any... we can't get any rally lights on here, but we can have angry teeth. Many vents and angry teeth, I think, is definitely the way to go so far with this. Maybe with the headlights we can get... nope. It's not really much in the way of choices. We'll take some clear headlights on this. Right, so that was the grille. Front bumper. Okay, what have we got in terms of options here? That actually looks quite similar to the bumper I have on the drift truck. Maybe we'll go with that. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Splitter. Can we have spoiler? Oh, probably can't have spoiler on top. Maybe. Okay, new plan. New plan. Let's just try. We'll try the different front bumper, just because I'm curious to see. Can we have spoiler on top of splitter again? It is another mandatory part of all of our builds. Let's grab this one. Spending a little bit of money, but I think it's worth. I don't know what this one here requires in terms of front bumper to allow that. I would have thought if anything would have been okay with it, it would have been the. Oh, do I have to buy stuff again? Okay, no, it does appear. Right, I don't know what's going to be required to allow it to have that other one. So we won't bother trying to faff around. It might be the splitter that we were after. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah, let's go. I'm not really sure that does much in terms of good as far as splitters go. However, it's really weird. I don't ever seen a splitter do like that, designed like that. But if it does the job... Sure, I say it does the job. The job is to look the part. Hell, this is an off-road thing. So it looks cool. I'm happy with it. We can have many vents down the side. Yeah, we'll go for many vents down the side. I actually don't know. There's not a massive difference between that. It's just like the little... Oh, okay, this has kind of got the carbon fibre fenders. Now, we'll go for many vents. Many vents down the side. Side skirts. What can we grab from here? I guess we'll go for big, fancy, silly ones. Actually, no, maybe this, again, got to remember, this is an off-road thing, so we might go and grab the, what's it called, the more sturdy-looking ones, possibly. We'll see how I end up liking stuff. Ooh, do we go for... I don't really like the carbon fibre arches, I'll be honest, on this. So we can either go for a solid side panel or a solid one with some chrome highlights. I think we'll keep the chrome highlights around because we kind of got them at the front. It was a little bit weird getting rid of them. Oh, actually, that does remove them entirely from further up. I lied. Let's change view. Let's have a look around. Do we want solid or do we want chrome bits on our vehicle? It's off-road, so it's probably going to get muddy. The chrome will get covered up. However, it has kind of got chrome at the front, and there's no real way to get around that. So you know what? Let's stick with the chrome theme on the vehicle. That sorted out our crappy doors as well. Unfortunately, can't change the exhaust. We got close at 180 miles an hour. Getting 190 is so bloody difficult. Right, rear bumper. What can we do at the back of the vehicle? Do we keep with the kind of like a beefy chrome bumper? Do we go for probably the sensible option, kind of a bash bar at the back? I think we might just go for a big, beefy chrome bumper on, the, on our car. Fantastic. And we can get a diffuser. I was not necessarily expecting it to allow me to get a diffuser on here, but I will take it. I will definitely take a fancy, silly diffuser on my car. Which one do we want? That is the question. I think maybe this is the widest one. It's kind of the busiest in the centre. That one's kind of hangs down quite a long way. That probably gets smacked around on the floor. That one's a fairly tame. We don't want a tame diffuser on our car. We want wild. We want as silly looking vehicles as possible. That is generally the rule. Right, license plates. We'll worry about that in a bit. Trunk. What can we do with this? Apparently we can't do that because it's restricted by chassis. I guess maybe by sort of type of chassis that I've chosen to go for here. So there we go. Can't really do much mad then with the boot on this. Is either a badge or not a badge. You know what? Let's go put a badge on it. Sure. This is the important... Whoa! Bloody hell. The important bit, and it has not disappointed. That is... Dear God, I thought the Chevrolet drift truck had a mighty wing. That is something spectacular. I mean, on their own, these would be fairly decent-sized wings, but it's nothing when you have that as an option. Yes! Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that an awful lot on my vehicle. That might be the maddest spoiler yet. I think that might be the maddest spoiler we have seen on any vehicle. Options in terms... I guess we'll keep with the chrome theme. I don't really like the blacked out tail lights, so we'll keep with the chrome theme. That is just ridiculous. Right. Rear wheels. I have actually managed to unlock... I think was it calipers I unlocked? Okay, we need to get some brake discs. Yeah, I managed to unlock calipers at some point for the vehicle. Ooh! Off-road, the tyres. We're actually changing the type of tyre on this. Most of the tyre options have been for just the painting around the side, but this we can actually get some proper... beefy off-road tyres on the vehicle. I like that. Rims. What have we got in terms of options for this vehicle? I don't know. I might have said this before. I don't actually know if rim style changes depending on what sort of spec you have your vehicle. By the looks of it, not necessarily. Actually quite like those. We're going to go with these SSR ones. Sure, buy and equip those. Ooh, I haven't even thought of what colours we're going to have the vehicle. I personally tend to end up going for white wheels on vehicles. It's just a kind of personal preference, if you like. So we might go for that on here. Apply to all of them. It tends to work with whatever colour I end up painting the rest of the car. Let's actually give it some brake discs. That would generally be quite helpful. Can't really see much in here. We'll just go for those. And calipers. There we go. We can have, blue calipers. I don't actually know if we can paint them. I don't think we can. Okay, do we want blue calipers, red calipers, or yellow calipers? Or generic black? I think we're going to go for yellow. Let's go for yellow brakes on the car. Because, of course, having the calipers painted gives you much more in the way of speed. True fact. True facts indeed. Right, front wheels. Change these. It was the SSR. These ones here. They have not remained painted, but never mind. There we go. Apply to all. Right, perfect. Calipers. Oh, no. Discs first. I'm pretty sure we had this one. Not that we can actually really see it anyway, so it doesn't matter massively. We have yellow brakes. I think it was these. Well, now I've completely forgotten. Yellow brake. Either way, it'll look all right. And then we have tyres. We have big, beefy off-road tyres, which would be those. Okay. It looks the part. It looks... It might be a little bit low, I guess, ground clearance at the front on this, because I've kind of put race parts on the front of the car. Might be a little bit low. We'll kind of see how that one pans out. I don't think it should matter. I don't know how the hitboxes work on the off-road races. Yeah, it looks bonkers. It looks utterly bonkers, and I am perfectly okay with all of that. That wing. That is just the most majestic, I think, of wings I've ever seen. And the last thing I got to unlock that I haven't done yet is the wing mirrors. And after that, pretty much everything is good apart from the super build parts. Okay. There we go. That is off-road Bel Air completed. Oh, apart from painting it, of course. You've got to decide decide what colour we want to have our vehicle here. What material do we want to go for with all of this? We could go for a metallic, or shall we go make another chrome car? I think another chrome car is the way to. It's the way to go. We're not going to go for a pink chrome car, as tempting as it is to have a. Oh, we could go for like a nice purple. I'm actually not. I don't dislike the kind of the dark purples on cars. We'll have a matching car for the Porsche that we have hanging around. For, yeah, a nice dark chrome purple on our off-road racing Bel Air. That looks like a good idea to me. Save the changes on all of that. There we go. Our Bel Air is good to go. It has got a staggering 96 mile an hour top speed, 180 horsepower. That is going to have to change. It's a very basic. Yes, I want to leave the garage. A very, very basic. The most basic of cars in terms of level. I don't know what we're going to be able to find at the part shop. We'll jump over to that and have a look at buying some bits and pieces. And then we'll go take it racing. Oh, look at the majestic purple off-road vehicle. It's not very quick. It is not very quick at all. But look, I'm not sure about that. Front might be a little bit low. We'll find out. It's suitably dumb, and that is the most important of things. Tune-up shop. Let's go and have a look. Fingers crossed we can get a sort of level 2, level 3 parts, get the vehicle up to a half-decent spec, and then it will be okay. Yeah, that works for me. Right, so we're going to need an improved block. So let's go and grab that. I mean, we might as well, if we can get... we can't quite get... As I say, if we can get 3 bits of Outlaw, that wouldn't be too bad. But doesn't look like we... it's really... pissy kind of stuff that we have here. We can get, I guess, a slightly improved gearbox, a slightly improved head. I mean, we've got the horsepower up to 200 and something, which is, I guess, a bit better. Let's go grab the turbo then. Let's go grab the gearbox as well. To level 127, which is, again, you know, better than nothing. That exhaust is apparently slightly better than the standard one, despite it being level 1 blank. That's helpful. That gives us another 8 horsepower. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. And we need... Oh, let's go grab an ECU while we're here. I've got some points hanging around, so sure. Hopefully, this will come out. We'll get like a level 7 part. That would be nice. That would be a decent improvement on this. It's going to be a carbon jump bit. Well, I mean, I guess brakes and jump. I guess jump's helpful for an off-road vehicle. So I've got 3 times carbon parts. Excellent. Let's go and grab that then. Fantastic. Shall we go do... might as well do exhaust while we're here. You know what? Let's go for it. I know we bought an exhaust part, but forgot I still had some of these sort of trading points left hanging around. You're going to be a carbon acceleration bit. Ah, that's pretty decent. That is pretty decent indeed. And equip that. Okay, 141. Performance, if you like, from this. It's a shame. I don't know whether when you go to the super builds or whether you get to really high-end parts, if the red line gets changed, if the cars can rev higher. Because a lot of the vehicles that I've been building that I like messing around with, things like the drift truck, things like this, are stuck with like a 4,000 or 5,000 RPM red line. It's not many revs to play with, quite frankly. Funnily enough, we happen to be here at a decent place to go racing. You know what? Sure, let's go and join in the bit. No idea if this is going to be anywhere near remotely fast enough to do at that sort of a time. I think when you come back and redo levels, redo missions, there isn't like a level suggestion, so I think it might scale vehicles to whatever level you are. At least I bloody hope it does, because otherwise I might be in trouble with this as a fairly entry-level vehicle. Come on, Bel Air! Fly through the air. Oh, there's a checkpoint. There's some shortcutting, but it did the job. It did the job right there. Hey, off-road racing. We're supposed to be able. I say we're supposed to be able. We are able. I am going to make the most of any opportunities that I get to shortcut the course. Do I have more than 4 gears? That is an important question to potentially find out. Yes, I do. That's helpful. I was worried that the reason why the thing was limited to like 100 and something miles an hour was because we were very low on the old gear front. Ooh, that's a big jump. We're fine. Actually, it doesn't seem to be doing too bad in terms of top speed. Again, off-road races, top speed is not the most important of characteristics. I probably want it back down in fourth. We've got a lot of points going on there just from minding my own business driving around normally. Let's not bother going through the plane. Again, we'll take a shortcut if we can. The AIs are struggling to keep up with another mighty winged vehicle of mine. I love that there are some utterly balmy wings. I assume that this is kind of a drag racing wing. It would look much more at home on the drag racing version of the car, but I like that the game is more than happy to allow, you know, I've got the racing front end, essentially, of the car with a drag racing rear. We've got a diffuser on it that you'd never have in an off-road car. But I like that the game allows you to do that, if you so want. If you are mad enough, balmy enough to want that on your vehicle, then you can. And, yeah, I'm pleased that Need for Speed lets me do that. I've got 23 seconds to make it to the finish line. We are going to make it. We are maybe not in the best. I don't know if I really want third gear, though, there. It'd probably be unhappy with me. I'll take it, a 153.6. A fair way down on the challenge, but that was with a much, much higher tier car that I was going up against. So I'll take that. A fair way beating the target. Got us another $5,000. Has got $5,000 from the bet. Got us another 20 grand from the race itself. Can we get a decent card here? Ooh, level 6 exhaust. I like that. That's nice. It goes out to 330 horsepower. And I don't think we will lose the set bonus either. Can I look at my car? I don't know if I can look at my vehicle while I am in the normal menus. I don't know if I can do it from the shop. I've never even paid any attention to these challenges. I've just seen there's a challenge thing here to do. There we go. Perform a 16-second long drift. Jesus, beat some rivals and so on. Right, so you complete the challenges and you'll get shipments and so on. Fair enough. That's how that all works. I've never even paid any attention to those. I like my Bel Air, though. I do like it. I'd like it as an off-road spec vehicle. Shall we? What have we got in the way of races around here? Is that the one that I just did? Airfield Showdown, I think it is. So shall we go and do... Let's go do that one. We'll give it another try. We'll see if we can get it to a half decent level. Is that one over there, the mile away or whatever? Oh no, because of course that's the drift event that it wants us to do. It's a shame that you can't take vehicles from different categories and try and do different events, because you can, like the activities that you find around the place. You can try and do a drift event with a drag car if you want. I mean, you'd be a fool to, but if you want, it would be kind of entertaining to try and take, you know, this off-road car through some of the... Sure, let's try and hit some objects. I can normally do that pretty well. Fun to take the silly vehicles to the event. Unfortunately, yeah. Or it'd be fun to be able to replay the events. Maybe when you're going through like the story, essentially, you're going through them the first time, you have to use the proper car, but it would be quite entertaining to then try later on with something else. See if you could do just as well with a silly vehicle. Right, let's fire the nitro off early on. Can we get through that gap? We can. Oh, we'll bat into the Civic. I mean, the Civic... Oh, Civic almost rolled over coming back towards me. Civic's not going to stand a chance against the might of the Bel Air. Oh, neither is the Volvo. Pit manoeuvring AIs in this is surprisingly easy. Oh, I don't think we really want fifth gear. I don't think we can get anywhere with it. We're better off just leaving it in fourth. We've hit 5 objects so far. Let's not forget to do that. All you have to do is find like a nice big line of fences and you can go through those and they count as multiples, like they're broken up. It's not just sort of one... You hit a line of fence that counts as one fence. Although I do actually need... Does hitting cars count? No, you can go over that way. I am perfecting the knack of batting AIs out of the way on here. For those that watch the live stream, I absolutely annihilated... I think there's a clip of it somewhere. I absolutely annihilated a car in a drag race. Just I was like the tiniest. I clipped the rear of it and it went round and just flipped and spun wildly out of control. We are struggling a little bit, actually, for pace here. This is not so helpful. I've not got enough shortcuts, I think, going on here. Need more shortcuts? Bye-bye. Out of the way. I think it was a Mustang we hit. One car I probably don't want to try and bully is the Land Rover. That thing will be meaner than this. Hey! Through the air we go. And out of the way, little Volkswagen. Oh, signpost. Now got 3 objects left to go. I could do with something to crash into in the next 1,000 or so yards, because we're actually running out. I thought hitting 10 objects would be easy. Apparently, it is not so easy, because none of the bushes are counting as stuff to hit here. I think we're going to fail that. We're going to lose £1,000, but we'll make up more than enough in terms of the prize money. Don't think I wanted to change gear there. Oh, there are signposts there. Oh, crap. There are going to be 2. Oh, no, I've got the sign. Fucker. There are vehicles close behind that I wanted to make sure I beat. So I didn't want to weave too much, but that means we failed because we missed out on 1 bloody object. Whoopsie. God damn it. Well, we lost £1,000, however. We made 12 overall. Basically about the same amount of money that I started this build with. So it's not too bad, considering I spent a fair bit of money on like this sort of stuff, on the cards and so on here. Ooh, that's a nice turbo. Let's grab you. 31 horsepower added to all of that. We've been awarded a base shipment. Can we get the best horn ever again? If we can get the Tadar horn. There might even be better ones, I don't know. Oh, we've got neon for our vehicles. Oh, I was kind of looking forward to the Tadar horn again, more than getting neons, but there we go. Sure, we'll get all of those stuff, that's fine. Well, there we go. That is the off-road spec Bel Air. Suitably stupid. Pretty decent vehicle, though. Pretty happy with this one. Will probably be my... Oh, are these guys' cars solid? Hold on. Must test. Experimenting. In fact, are the people solid? Will the people budge for the mighty Bel Air? Nope. People stronger than mighty Bel Air. That's disappointing. They're just not phased. Can we do... Come on. Have enough power. There we go. We can use... Oh! Someone's inspecting the engine. We can do a burnout on the people. You guys are seriously strong. I will give you that much. Yeah, off-road Bel Air, good fun. Will probably be my off-road vehicle of choice from now on, with crazy rear wing. I'm run out of adjectives for that. You could almost play snooker on it. It's almost big enough to be a snooker table. Because it's slanted, it wouldn't work, but it's almost big enough to have an entire snooker match on the back there. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.